Where is it?
在这世间行走，身份多一点才对。需要我帮你捏造一些吗
Okay. Hey, what's up, Wanderer? How you doing? I'm just copying all the stuff over. Yeah, so I'm on Wi-Fi, so it might be a little different, but we should be all right. I don't think anybody's in this stream, but I'll paste a link just in case. Okay, so we should be straight, right? The thumbnail, yeah, I just updated it, so we should be good now. It should be at least. All right, cool. All right, cool. Guess what? Chicken butt. Welcome back, cuz. Yo. Say what now? Wait, did I do my commissions? Oh, Lord. Still gonna wait? Okay. I mean, I actually recommend that, but yeah. Yeah, so we just chilling today. I feel like, yeah, it's gonna be a real chill. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling it was gonna be super chill today. Cause I'm telling y'all, man. Like, I'm telling y'all. Like, I think a part of it too is cause my head's not really in, if I'm being like fully transparent, my head's not super in the stream. It's super in the, like, it's in the the businessy side of it right now. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to get everything moving. I want to get the factory going. You know what I mean? Once the factory's going and I can get back to not really thinking about it and just focus on this, like, that's what I can't wait for. You know what I mean? Guess what? Chicken butt. I already told you, cuz. Chicken butt, cuz. But yeah, nah, for real. Like, get work on the I would say work on the designs right now. Cuz come September when it's time, or when it comes time to execute, like, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all of them and I'll put it on a bunch of clothes, and then, you know, we're gonna deploy it. But yeah, what's going on, Ari? On the next Saturday stream, when you end, it's gonna be 12 a.m. It's gonna be your birthday? Okay, we're gonna have to make a thing out of it then. Hold on. You said on Saturday, right? Next Saturday. Okay. Okay. What you trying to do on your birthday? You better, all right, figure something out. We'll do something for your birthday. Like, I don't even know what to do. Like, what can Domer Precision do? You say you don't have friends. Come on now. I don't know. I don't got friends. You got friends. Yeah, we your partners here. You know what I mean? You got. I know. I'm telling y'all, man. It could just be because you're on that hustle, like, a lot. You know what I mean? So I'm sure you got friends. You probably just can't kick it like you would like to. I'm sure you got friends. You may not have 100 friends, but I'm sure you got friends. But yeah, we your partners. We'll celebrate it. We'll throw a whole. I'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. What kind of designs? No, just the little chibi designs. the little stuffed toy plushie things. Like you just do those designs, right? What I'm really doing, Miko, without you even knowing, is I'm kind of low key trying to set up your plushie business. So people be like, man, this would be cool as a toy. And it's like, yeah, it would be, huh? That would be cool as a toy. Matter of fact, there's a person who designed these sweaters. They have the plushies. You know what I mean? So yeah, yeah, the cheapies. Yeah, I think they're dope. You know what I mean? So you know, I got like 8 steps. I'm like, there's like 8 layers to why I'm saying do the plushies. But I would just work on a bunch of those designs. What's going on, Shin? How you doing? Yeah, the circular feet. Yeah, I mean the design. So Lost, if you go to the art board, you'll see an Al-Haytham in there, right? And that Al-Haytham basically is like the style. It's like an anime. It looks like an anime plushie. It literally is an anime plushie. But it's like, but the style is it's a different kind of style to it though. I can't really explain it. You just got to see it. But it would be that like on sweatshirts. You know what I mean? And if the sweatshirts is a hit, like I already know why people would end up buying the sweatshirts. And if they are buying the sweatshirts, I know they would for a fact want the plushies. I wish I had this as a plushie. Oh yeah. You didn't know there are plushies. Miko, get your money. You know what I mean? Right? And if we want to get to the political side, what happened? My internet was tripping. So I'm about to pull your gene here in a second again. I was waiting for you to get back, but yeah, I'm gonna pull your gene right after I get done with this. But yeah, nah, it's like if you want to get to the political, what is Doing Precision getting out of putting you on your plushie business? Well, I helped you start a plushie business, right? And you probably gonna end up telling that story at some point. And people are gonna be like, "Who is Doing Precision?" It's like, well, that's what I get. We help somebody win. That goes on my resume. Or Doing Precision's resume, I should say. That goes on Doing Precision's resume. We help somebody start a business. We help the kid. We help the person. We help the youth, a person in their youth, start a business, and it's successful. We took them from point A to point Z, and it's working. It is? Yeah. Here is a show of proof. Boom. Really? Yep. Now they're getting paid and they were able to, they were still focused on their grades and blah, blah, blah. We just helped them through the process. Really? Yep. That's what Doing Precision does. Now we can move on to now we have something in that resume setting up for the future, Miko. So it's kind of a couple of layers. The other layers you don't got to worry so much about, but I would say just keep focusing on your designs. Now, as far as the supply chain for your plushies and all that, that's where I'm actually going to want to wait till you're 18 because otherwise, I'm gonna be on the phone with your parents for hours and hours and hours. It's gonna be meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting, and we're gonna have to figure out how to have it split this way and split that way. And it's like, you know what? We'll come back to that. So all I remember saying was, I was thinking Classic Gene. My normal Explorer team is Yai Miko, Shinha, Ayato, and Gene. Okay, so as far as that Gene is concerned, and I'm gonna read the comments again, and I'm gonna get right with you guys again here in a second. So as far as this gene, like literally the only thing I can see is this thing. As far as this gene is concerned, like she doesn't necessarily need the VV, but I think that's what I was asking. What I was asking was, if you rock a physical goblet. Instead, if you slot this out for a physical goblet, your gene hits about 20k on a charge attack, right? That was my question. Ayato and Gene. Huh. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people doing the same thing with the sigils. Lost. What's going on, David Fly Swag 2? The Sands hates me. It's been a year? And you don't have the goblet? Yeah, I don't know. I wish there was a way to force the game to give you certain artifacts, but it's so much. It's really just. This is even hard to. This is even a hard statement to make. But having a good artifact is like a reflection of how much you farmed artifacts. But I don't even know if I can say that. Like this is a reflection of. It should be a reflection of how much I've been in Emblem. But because there are accounts that exist that can pull that, let alone like this or whatever. Because like these exist on accounts that literally went in there the first day and just got these types of, 26 and 10 and 20 and all that. Then it's like it's hard for me to say that, but I think in a generalized term, yes, good artifacts would, I think it would be safe to say if you have good artifacts, it's just a reflection. It's a reflection of how much resin you spent on farming artifacts because of the law of averages. You know what I mean? But I say all that to say this: you just simply got to stay in that domain. What's going on, Russian name? I think you're David. How you doing, by the way? What we talking about? We just chilling. And then I'm about to jump in this queue again. All right, so let me see. So we finally got a queue. That is crazy. Yeah, today was so chill. Yeah, but how many good artifacts you have is a reflection, should be, not all the time, but should be a reflection of how much resin you spent on artifacts. Dennis, you're right. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I knew it started with a D. I'm trying. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Nudes, DPS Noel build tips. All right. Let me get out of here. This is a very depressing scene. Let's go to where sunshine exists. One bad, yeah, you only got one bad artifact on that gene. There's only one artifact that I'm tripping on that gene. On that gene. That's like the Tuan, like once again, that's like the Tuanto gene. Like it's a half and half on the 2P set bonuses. Directed to their elements. Like he runs VV Pale Flame. But he does a physical goblet, but then I think he does like a jade cutter or something like that. I can't remember. I can't remember his entire build. But yeah, his gene is it's unrealistic. I'll put it that way. So we are AR55. Okay. 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 All right. So, quick question: before you start investing in this Noel, hold on. Oh yeah, because you got the Tanari. Before you start investing in Noel, because she's a high, very high. She's a very high investment character to push her to that level, right? What? How much do you want her swing on her normals to hit for? Let's start there. Before you even start investing in Noel. Let's set a goal for your Noel first. Possible artifact run. Pretty sure she needs new ones. No, yeah. I mean, she'll need new. I can tell from the ratio she's gonna need new artifacts. She might need a whole. She might need a whole set. Yep. 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 Yeah. Yes and no. And yes. Yeah. So she needs a whole set. So do you have a target DPS? Because I can just give you a Noel build, but first things first, you're gonna want to R5 this, and you are gonna want to level 90 her and the weapon. Well, hello there. How are you doing, cuz? person whose account I'm looking at. While you are answering those questions, I'm going to refresh my coffee. Oh, you did come at that. Is hilarious. You came at the right time. So I don't know if you heard all my questions, but so with Noelle, my question, because of the investment level that she takes, my question to you, and I'm going to just put a pot of coffee on while you're typing this out, is how much damage do you want to do with your Noelle? And then based on that damage number, I can tell you about how much of an investment you're looking at. Which, when I tell you the kind of artifacts you're looking at, that should give you an idea of when you start getting into rerolls. Because I can't tell you how much resin it's going to take, but just to give you an idea of how long you're going to be working on this Noelle. Right? And then you make a decision from there. If you would like a DPS Noelle. But that's why I'm asking, how much would you want her swing to hit? So when you're playing Noelle and you hit her burst and you go, huh, how much do you want that to hit for? While you are answering that, I'm going to put a pot of coffee on. I'll be right back.
无人相陪，此般花鸟鱼情，也不过衬托我身不移不变的背景罢了。
All right, that's going. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. Hey, you remember what I used to say, Lost? You're going to join. You'll join the stream, but you're going to leave with an extra brain cell or two. Know what I mean? All right, so let me see. So I was like in another room in deep thought, and I was like, what the heck is that noise in the background? It was like a teacher talking, and it was hilarious. Swag. All right, so I'm hoping for somewhere in the 10 to 11K range. Okay. I just kind of want to use her as a kind of sub DPS. I can use it kind of never get border play. Okay, got you. Okay, fair enough. So if you want to hit around that number, that's not a massive number, right? You should be able to hit around 10. You should be able to hit around that number with a R. You will want an R5 regardless. You are going to want a 4-piece husk, right? You don't need C6, but C6 will help. It strengthens your defense scaling, right? That's what the 6 does. The ratio, obviously, is much crit rate as you can get, but your crit damage, you should be able to clear about 10K with about 120-ish crit damage, somewhere in that area. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be a crazy investment, and you should be able to do this with just like a bunch of 10-14s, right? So to put that in perspective, we are going to take this team. No, not that team. We're going to take this team and switch him for her, and I'm going to put a build on her. So we got an R5. She is level 90. I do have a very respectable circlet. being this one, right? But I'm gonna put a goblet on with no crit damage, but it is gonna have crit rate, right? And then we're gonna use that piece, which is 714. We're gonna use this piece, which is not a 14, clearly. Whoops. And then we're gonna use this piece, which is clearly not a 14. Now I could use this one, right? Just for the sake of the 1014 thing, we'll do that, right? So we got like 110, right? Now what should happen is I should hit somewhere around that K. And my talents are only 8, 11, 11. I do have C6. It may be like 8K. So, but I'm just trying to gauge. Does anybody know where I can get a custom mouse pad? You can literally type custom mouse pad on YouTube. On Amazon. I am not being facetious, cuz. Can I get a burst, please? There we go. Oh, there's 9. Yeah, so 11. So that's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. Yeah, so you shouldn't need that much damage to hit like 10K. Right now, I want you to look at these rolls and just know that this is kind of what you're looking at. So, you know, we missed a hit on crit damage here. We don't have crit damage here. We have a lot of crit damage here. So if you take, for all intents and purposes, 14 crit damage from here and spread it across, let's say we got 7 here, but then we got an extra 7 here, right? That's not too unrealistic of a build. Now, if you just said something like 20K, okay, we're looking at a high investment, right? But the talents aren't, you know, they're like 9 and 9. It's 9x9. She is C6, right? So yeah. So it's not that much. It's not that. I thought you were gonna say like 20K or something. But so it's not that unreasonable. Actually, believe it or not, Shin, you can go. This is how I do my customs. They're a little pricey, but this is how I do custom mouse pads personally. I go to printful.com. I put a graphic up and then I buy it. But then you can turn around and sell that mouse pad if you want to. That's what I do. No, I would not. I don't know if I'd do any other weapon outside of a white blind. Now, if you want to, you technically, this is super technically you could do like a Favonius or like a, where's a Favonius? You could do like a Favonius or you can do like a Sacrificial Greatsword or something. You could, but if you're going to do those weapons, then you might as well just do an energy recharge timepiece at that point. You know what I mean? I mean, at that point, just do an energy recharge timepiece and call it a day. Right? Because it's not just the weapon's substat, it's that passive that's going to help bolster you too. Like, it's giving you a lot of defense. And it's giving her a lot from the weapon itself. Right? So, I mean, but it's up to you. The Favonius does work wonders on her, but you're going to need a lot of defense substats to kind of supplement. It's gonna be a while before you can R5. That's fine. So if really your only option for the most part is like a Favonius, like if you have like a Favonius or you have a Sacrificial Greatsword, then at that point, you know, you just want to move your damage numbers up a little higher. You know, like maybe do something like that. You know, instead of like missing it, like you'll actually want like the damage, like you want the damage numbers now. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, let's do like that, but, you know, you want like 130, 140. Somewhere around there, but you still need the crit rate. And that's what's going to make it kind of tricky. Is you just got to reroll. So you can do it, just do your rerolls and you should be all right. What's going on, Junkie? What's cracking with you, man? Yes, you have made it. From the Texas Houston Rodeo. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, how'd that go? You were saying something about that. I say join Kali review, but I'm too lazy to put her on my profile. You are too funny, Luna. All right, Luna. You have terrible luck with Bennett's. We all do. So, just so you know, don't kill yourself trying to get an R5, but you want R5. But don't worry like I can't function without R5. Like no, you could function without R5. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna break your whole situation not having an R5. More so, you know, you can function with the R1, right? Just you'll have to bolster some of your crit damage stats and defense stats to kind of offset. Okay, no worries, Luna. I got to hear Brad Paisley. Really? Did you have a good time? And someone building? No, they're building Noel. Be something to work. It has to be a goal. Yeah, it has to be a goal. Yeah. Oh yeah! Thank you, M. Happy belated birthday, Junkie. And you know what time it is, cuz we doing it right now. Y'all might as well turn y'all volumes down, cuz it's about to get. I meant to do it when we were in that chat, but I didn't. So I'm doing it now, Junkie. And 1 and a 2 and a 3. Happy birthday to you. One sec, Miko. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Junkie. Happy birthday. I'm gonna put a little stank on it. To you. Let's go, Junkie! Ain't nobody here so I can turn up, cuz. Happy birthday to you, bro. Like for real, you know what I mean? I hope you was turned to, I hope you had it. I hope you turned up, bro. And that was an amazing talk that we had. What was it, yesterday or the day before? That was an amazing talk we had, bro. You know what I mean? It was good to see that side of you. You know what I mean? That's dope. Junkies at the real. I didn't know that. I didn't know when you asked me that question and it started that conversation. I didn't know that. Like I didn't know that part about you. Like that's dope though. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to you, man. That's what's up, for real, for real. Where in the heck did all these people come from? There's a bunch of people in there now. You think your Wi-Fi is trash? Nah, I'm on Wi-Fi right now, so it might be a little weird. You know what I mean? But happy birthday! All right, so what's going on? And then I got to go get my coffee again. Wait a minute. Is that the done with persist? Hey! Hey, send that to Degoth in the Discord. Send that to Degoth. Miko, send that to Degoth. Bro, that's actually kind of dope, bro. Hey, look at this. You want to see? No, it's a behind the scenes. Let's keep it behind the scenes for now. We'll do a reveal here in a little bit. No, it's cool, Ari. You'll see it soon enough. You know what I mean? Just keep behind the scenes. It's cool. If you want to know, use your imagination. It's a DWP plushie, but send that to Degoth. Check your mic. Stream's fine, but it's cutting in and out. Okay, hold on. All right, we good now? Are we good now? Hopefully we good now. Bro, today was so chill. Okay, let me jump back in the queue. First off, do you have any questions? Yeah, I like that, Miko. Do we have any questions though? We good? Okay. No, it's not a secret. It's just it needs to be finalized and approved by the board, and you know what I mean. I need everybody's buy-in on it, and blah blah blah. You know, and all that jazz. You know what I mean? I like it. My executive decision is yes. Like I need to make that like now, bro. And then if you've been here for a certain amount of time, like I'll just send you it depends on what the manufacturing cost of it would be, but yes, people will be getting that. Like, oh yeah, we're making that, and yes, Miko's getting proceeds, and oh yeah, we setting that up. Like, you'll see. You need resin help? Okay, I'm on my way. Say less. Wait, you are not on. All right, wait a minute. Hey, hold on. Where we go? Wait. We getting donations now? Birthday money. There you go. Wait, that's your birthday money. Wait, okay. Well, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you, Junkie. Happy birthday to you, man. We appreciate you, man. I don't know if the family tuned in or something. You know what I mean? If they did, they could stop by and you're so hyped. What's going on, Romello? Let me get my coffee because it's the energy about. I can already tell the energy about to turn around. This is dope. This is dope. Let me get my coffee. I'm gonna come back. I'm waiting for you to log in, Newts, and then I'm gonna jump in, and then we gonna take care of that. Okay? I'll be right back.
仙人来信了。看来又出现了新的变数。
All right, apologies. We are back. GPA's 3.9. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Goddamn cat eating out the bowl. You know what I'm saying? There you go. They'll be back in a few. Needs to help their okay, no worries. All right, so we will help them in a minute. Let me check this queue in real quick. I want to see if I can dial this queue back. I don't know if there's more people waiting. Thank you for that, M City. Yo, GPA is 3.9. Let's go. Let's go. We need all the good news. We need all of the good news. All right, so Johnson, I already know. We looked at your we looked at yours already, right? Q, what's cracking? Can someone give me any female Genshin character? Just name one. I'm trying to think of one that's not common. Yeah, like Yolanda or something. Do Sarah. I mean, I don't know what you're looking for. You do like Sarah or Ganyu or Xinyan. Maybe Xinyan. Mona? Kaching? Sucrose. No one ever does Sucrose, right? I don't know what you're asking for. Ooh, Beto. Do Beto. Whatever you're doing, Beto. Beto. I know Beto's common, but not that common. Oh, no. You must not know about Mona. Say what? Don't do that. Wait, what happened? Hold on. Something about check Cash App. Who's Vina? Vina, if you're in the chat, just say it's me and I'll let you in. If they're not here, then I'm not letting them in. When you said do what? Check Cash App. Hey, we'll take it, bro. Romello, big heart coming your way, cut. Oh, wait, St. Patrick's. Shoot, okay. Oh, speaking of which, I gotta get my hearts out. Shout out to Romello. Appreciate the contribution, man. You know what I'm saying? All love. Thank you so much. That is big. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. It means it's huge. It means a lot. Like for real. The people here are gonna thank you. All right, so hold on. Let me put this back there. And sure enough, that picture Miko sent popped up on my screen. Bro, that is so. I want that. All right, so yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, Romello. I appreciate you. Like for real. Genshin made you broke. Stop spending on Genshin. All right, hold on, real quick, cause I gotta. Let me catch back up with the queue. So Johnson, we did Yan Fei. Yeah, we did Yan Fei. And then the next one was. I'm just clearing out the queue. Hey, for real, for real. Hey. That means it's double time for real. But I'm a megalodon. Do you identify as a megalodon? Free to play Ayaka. All right. Do you identify as a megalodon? Watch this Ayaka be mega extra super duper unnecessarily cracked. Read the last message. What's the last message? Some good news for me. I broke a new record on my channel. Nice. Oh yeah, you got what was it? 500 subscribers now or something like that. So previous record for views on the first 24 hours was 750. Now the last video is now 2400. Hey, I told so was it a pivot? Cuz I haven't been in your channel in a little bit. Let me see. Sino. Yep. So, Sino, oh, you are clickbaiting, bro. Oh, you saw, somebody's been coaching you. You asked the question in the title. Do you know how clickbaity that is, bro? Good job, though. I'm proud of you for catching that. Yep. Shout out to Kinko. Yeah, you're learning, bro. There's all types of little tricks to the trade, bro. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it on this stream because I don't want people to figure it out. But yeah, it's marketing strategy. Yeah. You did that. You did that. And you see. So shout out to you, brother. Let me read the rest of what you said though. You said oh, I did. Okay, so I did read the whole thing. Okay, cool. It's not the first, but the impact that it has is a thing though. All right, so let's see. So that's a beautiful piece. That one is for what it is, and because of who it's on, it's a beautiful piece. This one right here is making me feel some type of way, but it's amazing because these are like deep for whatever reason. These seem to be harder than goblets at this point. The new piece is a flower. It would have to be. This one I don't know if I like. I like it because of crit rate, but I don't like it because I know Kinko's account. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is destroying my circlet. Jesus, man. Yeah, that's amazing. Meaning that I think yours is, you just need a mist splitter now. Now the mist splitter's coming next banner, so I don't know if you're pulling a mist splitter, but it's something you don't, obviously, because we had this talk last stream, you don't need it, right? But it's nice to have. I mean, you know just as much as I know. The last thing she needs is a mist splitter, but it's nice to have. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, you don't have to crown her skill. Here's what's hilarious. You can leave her skill at 8. Like you really don't need her skill like that. Her skill is just a power. It's a means of applying cryo and getting energy. That's her skill. Yeah. Yeah, but you got them I'm a Christian artifacts. You know what I mean? It's either you're worshiping the devil and stealing from people, or you're helping old ladies cross the street and you go to Bible study. And these look like Bible study artifacts. These two, at least. These look like Bible study artifacts. Like, I got A's on my test today, and I drank a lot of water. I skipped trans fats, but I did not skip leg day. That's what these artifacts are saying. You know, you know what I mean? So shout out to you on that, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's either, I'm telling you, it's either people be good or bad. It's the universe, and I'm not gonna get deep on you, but universe has a weird way of being like, hey, here's some RNG for you. Oh, you did evil things? I'm gonna give you something for doing evil things. Oh, you did something good? I'm gonna give you something for doing good things. The difference is somebody loses in the first one, but everybody wins in the second one. The first one usually results in loneliness. Anyway, I may be doing violin. Really? Shut up! You play the violin? Kinkle, what do you do? Kinkle, I'm a Kinkle. Is Loss here? If Loss is here, all right, man. Or you have no questions. You are literally a theory crafter and doing precision. Please, please tell me the stream did not stop. Please, 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 God, say the stream did not stop. Did the stream stop? One sec. Hey, nobody kicked the whatchamacallit. No. Haha, my mic is. It was muted. Sorry, I thought I hit unmute. I apologize. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, you guys. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah, but it's cool. It's not that kind of stream anyway. Like we're just chilling. It's been really slow today, so we're doing okay. I don't see Hu Tao Simp. I can't hear your beautiful voice. Well, I appreciate it. Okay, so what I am looking for is I'm looking for Hu Tao Simp, and I'm having a hard time finding this name. Shin, would you happen to be available to provide me with your UID? I'm gonna have to start hitting y'all with the Barry White. You know what I mean? Hey, Shin, if you are available, I'm going to need your user identification number. Please. Pretty please. Would that suffice? All right, let me stop. All right, so I don't think Shin is here. So maybe they're here. Maybe it's like a delay or something. But I'm not going to take them out the queue. But I am going to say I just want to see who's all in there, and I'll jump to the next one. Unless I think I took them out the queue because I did type next. So we got Shin lined up. David. We got David, Luna, and Junkie. So David, what's cracking with you? So I want to see what's going on with Shin. But David. Yep, they're there. All right, cool. Never mind. All right, perfect. So it must be a stream delay or something like that. Fast forward. So you could just set the stream speed to like 2x, and then when it catches up, you'll be straight. What's going on? I love that name, Idea. That's a rapper from back in the day. All right, so I'm looking at Yao Yao, level 20, AR55. What? What? Okay. What? Yeah, there's always going to be a delay. It's just when it's like 30 seconds or something. Oh, you were doing a beat map thing. Okay, no worries. No worries. EM, Dendro, crit rate. So one of the first characters we looked at in the stream was Yao Yao, right? I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked him. What is your goal with Yao Yao? How do you want to use Yao? How do you plan on using your Yao Yao? So DPS. That's your goal, right? I'm not saying don't do. You know how I coach. Like I don't care what you do. I just need to know what you're doing. Okay, so all right. Now to be fair, now I do want to just double check something with you though. Realistically speaking, you're not going to be doing this for the abyss, right? Like this is for fun. We can make it functional. It's not in the, maybe in the abyss. I mean I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm just double checking. Because if so, this right here needs to change. Okay. Yeah, I would not have EM right here for a deep, not for a DPS. Yeah, yeah. Unless you're doing aggravate. Are you going to be doing aggravate or spread? Aggravate. Are you going to be doing spread? Like, is she running with only Electro? No overworld stuff or no? No, that's fine. Are you? Who are you running her with? Like, is she going to be playing with like Sinnoh or the Shogun or? some other electro, like no pyro is in there, right? Or really hydro. There's no hydro in the comp, right? In the team comp with this Yao Yao. Nahida and two. Okay, perfect. So as a spread situation, okay, fair enough, right? You're gonna be really needing to lean really heavy into making sure that you got about, well, how much ER do you have? 136. We're gonna need more ER to justify the 4P set, right? So, all right, okay. What kind of mismatched turkey meat, turkey sandwich with no mayonnaise? This is like fresh cut turkey meat, but there's no mayonnaise on the sandwich. But it's like juicy. It's like juicy turkey. It's got lettuce, tomatoes, juicy turkey, no mayonnaise. That's what it looks like. Like it's perfect, but like where's the mayonnaise? The mayonnaise is the ER, right? And then it's like kind of all over the place. It looks good, but the problem is it's unbalanced, right? So it's going to be really. So this is, once again, this is very common. This is a very common situation. So your build is, so your artifacts are backed into a corner where there is a dependency on these artifacts, and we need to break that dependency to allow you to grow the character a little bit quicker. Unless you have an abundance of artifacts, right? Now, I like where your crit rate's at. We want to keep it that high, but at the same time, we still want to. No, I've been hungry, bro. I'm actually. I probably should have got something on break. I'll sneak something in. I got a bunch of Pop Tarts and whatnot. You're replacing the circlet. Now we're getting to the circlet, but we do want to take a peek at this crit damage. We don't want to necessarily ignore the attack. Like the attack is relatively low. It's gonna get higher. I mean, we are being relative. She's level 20 out of 40, right? And this is level 70. So everything. So for what it's worth, everything is gonna get a lot stronger, right? Also, when you're gonna be leveling her, I don't forget her skill, like because you're gonna be using it a lot, and her skill and her burst basically do the same amount of damage. It's just her skill. Her burst is 4 skills in one. You know what I mean? Hmm. I like the idea of switching out the circlet, but we I put it like this. On the circlet, keep an eye out for energy recharge. Not I don't know about that elemental mastery. The mastery works, yes. My vote is energy recharge. Personally, just for burst uptime, unless you're running with the Shogun. I believe you already did I believe. I could be wrong. But I believe you should have already, like barely, and when I say barely, I mean barely, beat out Dendro Noblesse. Like barely. You might be weaker than Dendro Noblesse right now. Right? To my understanding, it's like 140, but you're basically 140, right? What I would like is 180, but you know, fair enough, right? So, but I would like to see the circlet. I don't mind losing the EM. Really, we want to lose that flat attack and get energy recharge for what it's worth. But if you had to give up one of the two majorly relevant stats in this circumstance, I don't know if I'd give up the crit damage, right? I'd give up the EM, but I would want it to be like 50. If you're going to switch it out, like 15, 20 energy, 15 and 19. You know what I mean? So when you do, if you get EM, perfect. By the way, this is an amazing piece for Hu Tao. I don't know if you got. Oh, you do have Hu Tao. Yeah, give this to Hu Tao when you switch it out. Um, but for what it's worth, yeah, I would be looking for energy recharge, crit damage. Because if I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, she's probably not gonna be hitting as hard as your electros are anyway. But it's for fun, right? But more importantly, we need to have her burst uptime there because that's what you're building her for. So let's make sure that we're gonna keep our crit in check, and then we're gonna focus on getting to her burst, and then once we can get to her burst, then we can focus on the EM. Does that make sense? Oh, thank you. I forgot about that, M City. Thank you. So you are such a crutch. You are becoming my crutch. So yeah. So yeah. So any questions so far? Because then I'm gonna get into your talents and we'll wrap it up right there. But I'm not opposed to what I'm looking at. I honestly can't tell you how it's gonna. I can't tell you how well. I can tell you how bad it may perform, but I'm not. I can't tell you how well it's gonna perform. But I imagine it can't be any worse than like any other DPS 4-star. You know, like Kali or the Denso Traveler. It can't be any worse than like a DPS version of those guys. Especially if you're running an EM timepiece, you can just run aggravate on that. So yeah. Nope. All right. Cool. Yeah. So I guess that's it. Right. While you're farming for her, I would definitely keep a backup set. Like so, all your trash HP healing bonus pieces, just set those aside. You know what I mean, and then just keep those. Just set them aside. You know, they can have whatever substats you want them to have. They can have all the crits and all that if you want them to, but I would just keep those and just set them aside, just in case. So after that is it was on David. So David, what's going on, brother?
在这世间行走，身份多一点才便利。
Wait, what
需要
happened with
我
Luna?
帮你捏造一些吗？
I got one of Nahita's artifacts, and my AR56 accessories. Hu Tao did 1 point. Wow, that is amazing, cuz. Era said they like it and send it to production. I told you. I told you, Miko. Yeah, I could look at D-Luke. I told you, Miko. Because what I'm looking at is, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm just imagining, like, if I had a shelf and that was there, it'd be like, oh, yeah, that's where it's at. Wait, we're not looking at dudes. It was, Jesus Christ. I'm a little slow right now. There we go. All right, you said look at D. You said D-Luke? Oh, D-Luke and Aloy. Okay. So D-Luke, 60 out of 60. Okay. It's not bad. Okay. There is an outlier. I don't know where it's at though. It's a crit damage outlier. It's not by much though. There it is. Oh, it's across 2 pieces. Got it. Wow. Them pieces be feeling amazing. This piece actually is cracked, believe it or not. So yeah, you can keep the circlet. So what you're looking at, let's say that attack percent was not there, but rather you fed that attack percent and translated it into crit damage. You have like a 23% crit damage piece right here. So you're fine. Probably it might be a little more than that, right? But this is a really strong piece, so you're fine. I just want you to know that. So don't worry about the circlet not saying a lot of crit damage. That attack percent when you translate it to crit damages is that's a really strong piece. Okay, so this one right here, I think it's fine. This one right here is, you can use it, clearly. This one I'm having trouble with. But you already hit your crit rate goal. Okay, so, no. So this piece right here. Okay, so here's what I want you to do before you do anything, right? Get him. Oh, what's your AR again? 55, right? Yeah. So here's what I would like. First off, who's your carrier on your account? Like, can you afford to invest in something else? I mean, you clearly have options as far as artifacts. So here's what I would do: level somebody to 90. Right? He looks like he's going to be the carry, but we got to fix his crit rate. Right? But either way it goes, level him to 90. Level the weapon to 90. Like, for real. Get his normal and his skill up. The burst is cool if you want to, but the normal and the skill are really important on D-Loop. Like, do not ignore those normals. Unless you're doing like a D-Loop quick swap, hit your skill 3 times, put him away type of thing. Um, and then let's revisit his DPS. I feel a little bit more comfortable there because you're gonna have a lot of elemental mastery, and if you're playing him with Xing Cho, you may be able to use the amount of EM to supplement what crit damage you would otherwise have, right? So instead of having to switch this for a crit damage circlet, then you should be okay. And the reason why I'm saying that is because by the time you're done with this weapon and him, your attack is going to be kind of outrageous because of that roll right there. Your attack is going to be really, really, it should be respectfully high. Considering it's a 4-star weapon, your attack is going to be really high. So I kind of want to wait before trying to push you to crit damage and all that jazz, because you may be able to save a lot of resin based on how much he's doing on Vaporize once you level this and level him and level his talents. So I kind of want to wait and see where that's at first. Right now, if we're going for like a whole in-game thing, then sure, yeah, find a way to reroll this for crit damage and get the same attack stat and blah blah blah. I'm not even going to entertain that thought. We're going to take it step at a time. So step 1, level him, then the weapon and the talents, because your artifacts are fine, right? I want to see where he's at on Vaporize after you level. And if he's at 40k Vaporize, we can take that 40k and start scaling that. But I'm anticipating between this weapon, I know, call me crazy, but between this much EM and the weapon and the crit damage amount and this, his DPS should be the same. And I'm not even joking with you. I'm actually not joking. It should be the same, if not better, than this D-Luke with the Thrasher. With this weapon or whatever. You can call me crazy, but I feel like it should be somewhere around that. And it's because of that attack roll. If I don't have attack rolls. I don't know if I have any attack. I don't think I have any crazy attack rolls. Yeah, I don't have any crazy attack rolls. Plus my EM is, well, it's because of the weapon. But you're gonna have a much. You should end with a lot of EM. I just want to see where you're at first before I start pushing you towards a crit damage circuit. Yeah, I'm gonna check out Aloy. You know, I just wanted to mention that piece at least. Oh my God, this PlayStation update is driving me insane. There we go. Okay, so any questions as far as your D-Luke is concerned? And for what it's worth, if you're going to be doing like a main D-Luke, I want to finish and min-max and all that, 4-piece Crimson is actually going to be your goal. But yeah. So I'm going to assume that we're good for Aloy because they just said Aloy. So level 60. Holy Jesus. Alright, now I'm going to have to ask you on this one. What do you plan on doing with this Aloy? Is this a burst Aloy or main DPS Aloy? Like, are you pulling her out, hitting a skill, hitting a burst, and putting her away? Or are you going to be on the field with this Aloy? Like, how do you plan on playing this Aloy? That really, really matters. You're going to be main DPS, so you're going to, like, pop Bennett, hit a Kazuha swirl or something, and then have her on the field and do all the things? No, loss. Hey, she's actually not. The reason why, and I was trying to explain this to somebody, the reason why Dea is trash and Aloy is not is because Aloy literally is free and not even supposed to be in Genshin Impact. They didn't plan on making Aloy. They just made Aloy so they can close the deal of getting Genshin Impact on the PlayStation. That's why Dea exists. They made Dea, so she just sucks. Budget Garnu, no worries. Okay, so she drops bombs. No, Aloy, she's not bad though. She's not bad for what it is. She's not. It's like if Dea's not bad, Aloy's not bad. That's how that works. You know what I mean? Except they just give you her for free. You don't even need Primo Gems to get this character. Aloy is like it's like getting given a 4-star character. So for free with no primo gem investment, this is an amazing character. Now, if you had to pay for Aloy, that conversation would sound a lot different. Okay, so in regards to Aloy, on a budget Ganyu, I'm assuming you're probably gonna be doing melt or something like that. You have a couple different options. My personal opinion with Aloy, and this is just simply because she's not Ganyu, is I am going to recommend a 4-piece Blizzard and bolstering your EM substats. Now, you can take this one of a few different ways, right? You can either fish for EM. You're going to need like perfect artifacts, though, because of the weapon choice, really, right? So you're probably going to, because you got to supplement the attack stat. So you're going to be running stats. Somehow, some way, you're going to need to get EM substats, though. And unfortunately, your goal on EM is probably going to be somewhere around like $150. Now, how in the world you're going to do that with attack subs and a crit ratio, I have no idea how you're going to do that. But that is basically what you're looking at for a budget Ganyu. Otherwise, I'm going to recommend like a Permafreeze or Kazuha Aloy, and you can melt off that if you like. But if you just took that approach and just skipped the EM and rather externalize your EM, you know, like run like an instructor Kazuha or something. Like if you did something like that, or you ran like Sucrose or something, then and use that to transfer EM to her. At that point, instead of fishing, now you have one stat you don't got to worry about, and you could just focus on your crit rate, crit damage, and then run an attack timepiece and all that jazz. And then at that point, it's like building a Yaka kind of sorta where it's almost like this priority depending on the comp. So you got crit rate and crit damage. Really, it's crit damage. So crit damage and then crit rate is your priorities. Well, in her case, it would be crit rate. So crit rate and crit damage. And this is because you don't got a crit rate with it. And I'm assuming you want to fight bosses. If you want to fight bosses, crit rate's a priority. So crit rate and then crit damage, and then attack percent, and then energy recharge. If you can power her, right? If she's the only cryo on the team, and you're not running her with Kazuha or some other universal battery, then it'd be crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge, and then attack percent. But energy recharge would be more important than attack percent at that point. If you want her burst up. She's gonna be a little bit difficult of a build, but you do have part of it there having the aqua. And then as far as this is concerned, that one's good. This is a Ganyu piece. So is she kind of like your placeholder for Ganyu or something? Oh, you got energy recharge there. Yeah, so because you're using this, attack percent would be the third stat you're looking at on your artifacts. It's still crit rate, crit damage, but attack percent is going to be phenomenal. You may even be, depending on the crit stats you get, you may be looking at an attack circlet. How do you get Aloy? You need to log in on a PlayStation. But I think they just gave her to everybody. Like everybody should just have her now. They should have gave her to you in the mail, but I think it was like a patch or something like that. Do I need to change any of the pieces? No, not necessarily. This one, yeah, but not. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like if you melt with this piece would be stronger than just rocking a fully crit damage piece with no EM. This piece you'll be fine. I think this piece you're fine, but this piece is going to push you to looking for energy recharge, attack percent substats. That's if you want. That's if you care about her burst, and you can't seem to power her without energy recharge. Otherwise, you would be looking at an attack timepiece. The goblet is perfect. I wouldn't touch the goblet. I wouldn't worry about the goblet. The goblet is fine. What's going on, Tree Frog? How you doing? The feather isn't fully leveled either. Oh, okay. What is it? What is that? 13? I can't see. 13? Yeah. Push it to 16. If it hits crit damage, it's a keeper. If it hits EM, but you're gonna be, yeah, it needs to hit crit damage. If it hits crit damage, you're good. It only needs to hit crit damage once, and then you're good. Because we need to get you to step 1. Let's get to step 1, and then we'll re-roll into step 2 and all that. Yeah. Are you planning on pulling Ganyu, though? Because at that point, we could start speccing her for Ganyu. That way, we're not over investing in like specifically Aloy, because Aloy is different from Ganyu. You can use the same build on both, but the crit rate is so different. Not really. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you can rock a 4-piece Blizzard though. And being that this one might have to get switched out anyway for an attack percent, you can just you might as well just go for a 4-piece Blizzard. And what you got 23 right there. I'm talking EM. You got 37 right there. It really just depends on if you want to melt or not. If you want to melt, you need EM. If you ain't tripping on melt, because I think you said freeze is fine. If you're not tripping on melting, then don't worry about EM. Ayaka and Shinha? Yeah. Ganyu is just as good as Ayaka though. Ganyu doesn't like knock enemies around and all that. And she covers way more range and but it's up to you. But yeah, if you want to use Aloy, yeah. Me personally, I'd do a 4-piece Blizzard. I don't know if I'd run her on melt. I'd reserve that for like Ganyu or Rosaria or something like that. Where the multipliers are higher and more consistent. Like the cryo is more consistent. Because she's not consistent without a sack bow. Like if you don't have a sack bow, your cryo is gonna not be the greatest. Yeah, I don't like Ganyu's playstyle either. I actually like Aloy's playstyle. The only problem with Aloy is her cooldown on her skill and her burst multiplier is kind of low. That's the only issue, me personally, that I have with Aloy. If her skill cooldown was lower, like maybe half the cooldown or something, Aloy would be. I would use Aloy. To me, she's like a cryo Yoimiya. Like once you proc her cryo, once you proc her passive, you're playing like you're playing Yoimiya. It's like playing Yoimiya. It's just cryo. Same burst. The burst is trash. The burst is trash. You just stand in one spot and shoot. It's the same thing. It's just cryo. Yeah, getting a conversion is wonky too. But that's the point. That's why I'm saying if she had better uptime on her skill. Her skill has like, what's that cooldown on that skill? It's like 30 seconds or 20. It's some outrageous number. It's some number that's like, don't play Aloy. Like, yeah, 20 seconds. Yeah, it's like, don't play Aloy, is what they're trying to say. But she's not bad though. If you can have somebody else in there for 10 seconds out of her rotation, she's not bad. But that once again, this is for if anybody who's argumentative happens to be here, you know who you are. It's because she was literally given to people. It's because she literally cost no primo gems. That's why. Yeah. So yeah. You had a 53k melt with Toma. Oh, on skill. Got it. That makes sense. Yeah. That's amazing, actually. Oh, you might want to fix that Kali. Yeah, if you just want to burst with her, then yeah, just 4-piece emblem with an energy recharge timepiece. And you just swap her and burst out all the time. You 90 Jiangling! Look, eggs. Hey, eggs. Would you care to not today? I mean, or it can be today, whatever. What I'm saying is, I am going to be making a point with my Xiangling going forward, where I am actually going to be trying to make the most busted Xiangling in spite. It's a petty move, but I feel like it's a necessary move. That I give Xiangling the same love that Dea got. My Xiangling is nowhere near the effort and build investment that people's Deas have. And it's like, I need to make Xiangling that so we can just stop. If it ever comes up again, I need to stop that whole conversation before I lose another friend or something. Like, we're going to stop this right now. Sounds petty, but I mean, I feel like it's necessary. And Dome Precision is necessary. It's not for me. In the group, though, it's definitely necessary. All right. Do you have any questions, though? Oh, that's what it was. Then theoretically, you can use 4-piece emblem on her, right? Yes, you can use 4-piece emblem, but you will be only hitting your burst. Can I ask how support rating is built? Which support rating? It depends. There's the battery support, which is literally just one piece and a weapon, and then there is the dendro support, like hyperbloom rating. I wanted to build Rosaria for a minute, but never did it. Rosaria is easy to build. She's fun too. Rosaria is she's too strong. Believe it, I'm actually building a Rosaria, but it's taking forever because I want a 4-piece. The battery, you build, so the battery, you literally just put on an energy recharge timepiece. And then you give her an energy recharge weapon. That is the battery. By the time you're done, you should have about 250 to 270, depending on the weapon you use. 260, 270, somewhere around there. That's the support Shogun. Yeah, Rosaria is dumb underrated. I'm not even talking about melt Rosaria. I'm just talking about I'm kicking butt Rosaria. Like I'm punching people and doing 3K normals and my skill hit 12, 20K or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm talking about that one. Like, I'm Rosaria, smack. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you want, yeah, long story short, if you want your Shogun to be a battery, just give her energy recharge timepiece and give her energy recharge weapon. And the way it works is your Shogun powers your team. So your energy recharge doesn't benefit your team outside of your burst. So if I do this, because I have 500 energy recharge, it doesn't mean that my Nahida magically is going to get more energy. What it means is when I hit my burst, there's going to be 5 instances of me giving my team energy during my burst. And that amount of energy is based on energy recharge. Right? So just keep in mind, when you give her a bunch of energy recharge, powering your team is only, you can only do that from the Shogun in her burst. So hitting her burst is what powers your team. Just her having it doesn't power your team. I just want to make sure people understand that. Anyway, so I'm gonna safely assume we're good with Aloy. I'm assuming we're good, right? With Aloy? Are we good, Shin? Need a whiteboard to... Nah, Lost. It's like Warframe, bro. After playing it for a while, you just kind of know it. You know what I mean? It's like somebody asking a question about Valkyrie or Frost or something. After a while, you just kind of know. Oh, just run Viral. Just run Heat. Just do this. Just do that. Just whatever. You know, just play Rhino. Whatever. Play, you know, do this in the Eidolon hunt, and this works. And you go here, and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? What's going on, Basic? How you doing, cuz? So, Shin, so I'm going to assume that there's none. Oh, you must have did the New War. So there's like 2 of them. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, so there's a super long one where you're either a drifter or somebody else. And then that's the long one. That one's super long. But then there's this other one that's like 5 seconds. I think it's like a New War prequel or something. Like it's like 2 seconds. But then the actual long quest, yeah, that quest is super dope. You did the long one? Yeah, that one is dope. All right, so David Swag. Check out Yalan. Any tips? All right. So let's see. David, I need your UID, brother. Apostasy prologue. There it goes. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it was super quick, huh? It was like 5 seconds. You go in, you say hi, and then the quest is over. But the New War, that one is super long. It's really fun though. Yeah, it was hard because they strip all your abilities. They strip all your stuff away. You know what I mean? The Archon, yeah, they'll do that. Yeah. All right. So and then you saw I'm looking at Yalan, your AR56, and okay, we got a. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Got it. Are you gonna be using your Yalan like you know like a typical Yalan like Xingqiu or something like that? You know, like hit her skill, hit her burst, put her away, spam buttons, whatever. The Archon hunts. I missed the Eidolon hunts. Yeah. Okay. So I am gonna be who's this? I'm gonna be recommending this for your Yelan. I would recommend doing. I'm gonna look at your artifacts here in a sec, but I don't recommend a compound bow. I would actually recommend either a Favonius bow or a sack bow. Whichever one you have, if you use a sack bow, you need refinements on it. If you have a Favonius bow, I'm going to safely assume you're going to have crit rate anyway. Right, but I would highly recommend one of those two. You do have a 4-piece emblem. Let's go ahead and look at your artifacts and see what that's about. I mean, I like the sack bow, but the Favonius bow technically is like, I guess the burst up time is better. It depends on if she's on field or not. Like, if she's on field, I like the sack bow. If she's off field, then yeah, you could do the Favonius bow. But it's up to you. I like the sack bow, personally. Me and Miko, we like the sack bow. But the Favonius bow does work really good. All right, so wow, that one's actually really good. That needs you need to re-roll that ASAP. That one's good. That's really good. And then you just need to circle it. So I think it's only 2 pieces technically. So because of the nature of Yelan, you don't really got to worry about EM. Like you really don't. Like the EM on Yelan really is only made to vaporize on her skill. You can vaporize on her burst, but that's not even really a thing until you hit C6 anyway, because it's really vaporizing off her barb shots, because they do 20k damage, and vaporizing that is like 40k. You know what I mean? So what's your crit rate? 74. You haven't leveled. Yeah, please don't level it. Please do not level this. Do not. I don't care how much HP it gets you. Do not level that. If anything, you need crit damage and HP percent. Like, but do not level that. Yeah. So it seems like it's just. Hold on. What's your timepiece? It's HP. What's your ER? 140. Here's what I'm recommending. You don't have her weapon either, right? The Aqua, that 80. You don't have that crit damage weapon, right? Okay, so I have 112 pulls, and I want Ganyu, Ayaka, and Shinha, and I'm gonna get more primos before the last day, so I need help. Got you. Well, I mean, we can't really farm. You can't really farm primo gems. You just gotta do your quests and farm. I mean, you can farm chests, but you just gotta make sure you do your commissions and the event every day. That's really all it is. You do not. Okay, so I'm gonna recommend either Favonius bow if you want more energy recharge. And your crit rate literally is screaming Favonius bow because it's so high. As far as crit damage is concerned, you can get that off a better circlet. I know that number there is enticing, but hear me out. Let's say, for example, you got a 5-star crit rate circlet, right? Now we can take, what is it, this piece? We could re-roll that for less crit rate and more crit damage. That's an option, right? And then your goblet's good. So really, let's start here. Let's start with getting a 5-star circlet. That's going to give you 8 to 9 more crit. 8 crit rate. It's going to give you 8 more crit rate. 7.9. I'm so tired of doing these specific numbers. It's going to give you 8 more crit rate. Right? So let's do that. Let's see if we can get 1 damage on it. And then, right now, because I'm recommending because of the weapon that I'm recommending to you, you're not as dependent on the energy recharge substat either. It's not up until you pull her weapon or you're using a weapon that is not an energy recharge weapon. At that point is when energy recharge becomes a thing as a substat. Because you don't need a lot of energy recharge on her. You want a lot of energy, but you want it, but you don't need it. In her case. Yeah. The difference is what you got to decide is when it comes to her energy recharge, just to give you a heads up, what you have to decide is, do you want to hit her skill on cooldown or not? Right? Now, typically people do because her skill is really strong. So you'll be swapping to her every 10 seconds just to hit her skill. If you don't want to do that, then you're looking at like 220 plus energy recharge if you just want to hit it once and keep it pushing. Or run a sack bow if you just want to keep it pushing. If not, then you're looking at hitting her skill. If you just want to hit it once and keep it pushing, Favonius bow. Yeah, her skill's really good. Yeah. Right. So your crit rate's fine. We can give you more crit damage, but we can't give you more crit damage until you have a 5-star one because we got to shift around your numbers. So let's start by getting this piece. You're going to be keeping an eye out for this piece and this piece. You want crit rate and crit damage, and provided you are going to be using an energy recharge weapon, the only 3 stats you're looking for is crit rate, crit damage, and HP percent. It doesn't have to have HP percent. You want HP percent. HP percent is entirely too strong on this character, and in some cases beats crit damage. But let's get you the hardest stat first, and then pull back your crit damage and add HP percent as necessary, if it's even necessary at that point because of how strong she is. Make sense? But let's do the hardest stat first, which is crit rate. Let's get these in check. Get these in check in conjunction with this. I would recommend an HP circlet with her weapon. But if you do an HP circlet, you want a ton of crit damage on that HP circlet. Like, you don't want to just put on a naked HP circlet. Like, HP is not crit damage. HP is HP. HP is the base number. Crit damage is the multiplier. But you want to balance between the two. They do affect each other very heavily too, right? They're both almost equally as important. They're basically equally as important. It's just that if you're gonna pull a stat on an artifact, the reason why I push crit damage is because it's a harder stat to roll. Because you'll if anything, you'll be accidentally hitting HP anyway. You'll be like, oh man, I got 20 HP. That's a good thing. But we don't want to necessarily not have crit damage with it though. Same thing. Like, we don't want to not have crit damage with HP as much as we don't want to have HP with crit damage. The reason why I'm like, listen to me. The reason why I'm saying like something like this, I would rather you have, because if you reroll this and you get, for all intents and purposes, 3 crit rate, 20 crit damage, and then 10 HP, you're actually going to hit harder. Right? But you already achieved your goal of having a crit damage, so you're good on this piece. So when you're doing your rerolls for like other characters, when you start rebalancing, because you're gonna rebalance your characters. When you start rebalancing your characters, you're gonna be like, ooh, I got that one piece with HP on it. I don't, but I got that, like something like this. I got that one piece with HP on it or something, but it's got 20 crit or whatever. Right? Okay, cool. That one is stronger, and you can flip flop and it'll work out. Right? But let's focus on getting the more difficult stat, because from a resin distribution account wide, it's more important to get crazy crit damage rolls for the health of your account. So then when you go to do your rebalance, okay, cool. You can give her all the HP stats. For example, I could go from this one, right? And when I'm like, okay, well, I need a better circlet. Well, guess what? I got this one with 14 HP and 21 crit damage that is infinitely stronger than this. It's like 30 crit damage worth of damage on that piece, but I want energy recharge. Make sense? So let's try to get the harder pieces first, and then slot in those little cheesy pieces as we see fit. Don't smoke, children. If y'all knew how strong my account actually was. God, I thank you. I don't flex, cuz boy, the minute I start flexing, I'm gonna lose all my artifacts. Like, I know how this works. At least in my life, that's my pact with God. If I flex, He takes my stuff away, so I don't flex. But if y'all only knew, like, man, I bet your mine is better than yours. Maybe. It might be. It might be. Like, chill. We ain't gotta compare characters. Just in case somebody feeling froggish in the chat. All right, I'm gonna stop because I'm feeling myself. All right, anyway, any questions about Yelan? You need more emblem pieces? I recommend it. You think the help speaks for itself? Well, I mean, I'm trying. Yeah, I cannot stand flexing. I got that from a boss of mine. My boss said, this is a long time ago. He said, if you're doing a good job, you don't have to say anything about the job you're doing. Whereas you can always tell a person is terrible at their job because they have to keep reminding you how good of a job they're doing. And it's like, oh, okay, you know, and it stuck with me. So I try my best not to. I try my best. Best advice I got though. Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean. Plus, it could be intimidating too. You know what I mean? Like, I can't get that. Like, that's not what I'm asking. You know, I don't want people to be blurred by what I have on my account either. That's why I'm so resistant to like talk. I'll show you artifacts for examples, but I don't like to show artifacts because then to compare, you know, I'll get into that later. But I don't want people to compare. Like, focus on what you got going on because you have what you have to work with, and we need to make your situation better. My situation's cool. We need to make sure you can get to where you want to get to, and looking at mine or whatever, that's not going to help your situation. You know what I mean? Same thing for me. Looking at, like, let's say Burger, because Burger's account is dumb strong. Looking at his account, it's not going to do anything for my account. So just avoid it altogether. You know. So anyway, say it again for the people in the back. That part. Want to explore Sumeru? Shoot, once I'm done with this queue. Um, I'm assuming we're good. Oh my UID. Oh my UID. Got you. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Yeah, I am gonna need that. I'm assuming we're good on this Yolando. Right? So, energy recharge weapon. You can keep the HP timepiece. You are literally looking at this type of a Yolan, right? So just get like I'll just say Favonius for now. So Favonius, you don't need all the crazy substats. You really don't. I can nerf my Yolan to show you, right? But you know, give her the best that you got, right? You don't need a 158. You can get away with like 120 crit damage. You don't need, you know, but keep your crit rate high and try to hit about 120, right? And you don't got to be 220, but try to hit about 180. You know what I mean? Like if you run a sack bow, you'll probably be at like 190, 180, 190. You know what I mean? Something like that. So just try to hit your minimums here, and then you'll be fine. And don't worry about HP. Your HP is gonna land where it's gonna land. Like don't worry about, oh, my HP. Don't worry about that. It works itself out. It'll work. It always works itself out. Don't worry about HP. Because guess what? You probably got 25 other characters on your account you gotta invest resin into. So let's be smart with our money. Money being resin. Swag. All right, so yeah, I would do a fab bow. You could do fab or sack bow. You just choose whichever one you like more. Like your burst up time is your burst up time is going to be your burst up time. Right? You just use a sack bow if you want to use a sack bow. Use a Favonius bow if you want to use a Favonius bow. I don't want to get into the nicks and crannies of it, but for all intents and purposes, a Favonius bow technically is better if you have it at like R3 or R4 or R5 or something like that. But with the sack bow, it's just because you want to hit her skill all the time. It's the same thing though. Yeah. Last message when you can, please, and what's going on? Also, should I ask someone else for help with resin or just wait? You can ask somebody else can help you. I don't want you to have to wait if you don't have to. You know, because we still might have reviews and stuff like that coming up, and I don't want you to have to wait if there's no reason to wait. It was more just the amount because mine are gone the minute I get them, leveling others up. Oh, the amount of artifacts. Well, and I'll just make this real quick, and then I'm gonna pull Luna. I'm gonna pull you in a sec, Luna. I'll talk about this every now and again, but what I highly recommend getting in the habit of doing is keeping, I don't care what the artifact is, with the exception of maybe defense. Maybe. But if it's a HP, attack, dendro, physical, energy recharge, elemental mastery, like it doesn't matter what the piece is. If it's got 2 stats, keep it. Because you never know when you're gonna, well, that's EM. That's a different, this is a totally different piece. But if it's potentially got 2 stats, or it has 2 stats, keep it. Just don't dump the. Don't be. Ooh, well, you know what? It's only got like. Nope. Keep that. You never know. You never know. You might be in a situation where you are running an emblem set, and you got an onset goblet, and now you can run that onset. You can run an offset timepiece, and you got that one busted offset timepiece that you need for your HP scaling character, and you're like, I'm gonna run that HP piece because now I have it. So if it has both the crit stats, keep it. If you get in that habit, by the time you're done leveling up all them artifacts, just about every artifact you have is going to be a dual stat artifact. Just don't throw them away. These are an exception. These are emblems. These are different, right? But for the most part, you're going to have a lot of like every flower I have is dual stat with the exception I think of like some VV ones or something. Maybe a couple healer ones. Like here's an EM one, right? But just get in the habit of saving your dual stats. Don't throw them away. You know what I mean? It keeps you from having to spend resin to go get them again. And if you have 3 stats on a piece, I talk about this all the time. Luna, just 2 more seconds. Right? If you have 3 stats on a piece, right? Roll it to 4 and see if it gives you another crit stat. If it doesn't, you now have a level 4 piece. This is a bad example, but you now have, let's say this one. You now have a level 4 piece that you could reinvest for free. It takes no artifacts to figure out if the next 3 stat artifact is going to have double crit. Right? I'll just do it really, really quick. I'll make it really, really fast. This for anybody new here, because I'm sure you know about this, Luna. I don't know if I care about this. So we'll just do this. So we got this. Boop. Right? So it did not hit crit rate. So now I'm going to unlock this. Now I have a piece I can reinvest. So we're going to go to that gladiator flower. Not that one. And this is how you just keep your... This is how you save your resin, basically. Oops. Right? I get a free level 4. I get a free check. Boom. We just got crit rate. Right? So now I have a dual stat. That's how that works. So I just checked an artifact. It didn't hit, but I was able to check another artifact using that artifact without having to reinvest over and over again and get a bunch of... You know what I mean? Oh, I need more purple artifacts to roll to 4. No, you just take that one that doesn't have double crit and put that into something that could have double crit, and chances are you'll get a double crit. Now we have a double crit. Right, now imagine this piece. It's attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, and energy recharge, blah, blah, blah. And I got that because I reinvested. And that's how you end up with a library like this. Right, and you end up with... That's how you get... That's how I get good artifacts, at least. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's because the whole thing is resin management. Right, it's managing your resin. Let me pull Luna's account. It's learning how to manage your resin. And you could take that and you could... I mean, it's money management, really. You know what I mean? But if you know... It's really just resource management now I think about it. So what am I looking at, Luna? No, it did work. But, I mean, that's the example, though. You'd be surprised how much that works on stream, Kinkle. Like, when I'm just rolling to be rolling, it never works. But when I roll for an example, it always works. Like the time we see us pull the misfit. Yeah, that was exactly like the missplitter. Like, you just come here and hit a button, and if it drops, it does. And sure enough, I got the missplitter. Kali? Okay. And then, Miko, you said something? You just leveled both Toma and his... Oh, you finally got them to 90. Thank God. Okay. Now go try... Okay, so we got to rest. So now go try your situation. It's getting late. You'll be heading... All right, Eggs. Ooh, sorry. All right, Eggs, you take it easy. What's your AR? All right, Luna, you know we be on you about these artifacts. Take it easy, Eggs. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Let's see. Okay. Are these new, Luna? Is this new? It is? So your AR35. So how'd you get this? And this.
线人来信了。看来又出现了新
You
的
farmed
变
it?
数。
Why'd you farm it? You're not in trouble. I'm just wondering. Like, why'd you farm it? Hey, what's up, Freeway? It's a long time no see, brother. Oh, I know she got released. She got that crazy gun that came out with her. I know. I just haven't been on. I already know.
在这世
You
间
got this from
行走，
bosses? These don't
身
drop.
份多
These
一
these
点
don't
才
drop
便
from
利。
bosses.
需要我帮你捏造一些吗？
I know how you got them. I'm trying to figure out why'd you get them. Why'd you go to that domain and farm them? Because you're hurting your account. Do you know that you're hurting your? You probably don't know you're hurting your account. Yeah, just why'd you get them? Like, cause you think you're helping your account, but you're hurting your
线
account.
人来信了。
And I'm trying to catch it before it gets
看来
I'm
又
trying to
出
catch
现
it
了
before
新
it
的
gets
变
too
数。
bad. That's why I'm bringing it up. You didn't mean to? No, I don't know if that's a good answer because you have to go to the domain, enter the domain, do the domain, and you have to collect after the domain. And then you have to invest in the artifact to level it, which both of these are invested into. Right. I guess all I'm saying is just if you can, don't yeah, just you're hurting your account by doing that. Like a lot. It may not seem like it, but you're hurting your account. Yes, but yeah, getting artifacts in general before AR35, it's hurting your account. You don't know it's hurting your account, and that's the issue with Genshin Impact is you don't know that it's hurting your account because they want you to spend a bunch of resin. So it's a resin trap. And what I'm teaching you is a way to not be held by the shackles of resin. I'm trying to free you to be able to use your resin freely. But that doesn't happen until the future. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. If you play, I don't know how often you play Genshin. If you don't play it often, everything I'm gonna tell you right now doesn't matter, because you only play it here and there. But if you are gonna be playing this game a lot and eventually hit AR50, then everything I'm telling you is gonna matter. You know what I mean? So it's up to you, right? But you can use this weapon because she's not really a charge attack character like that. So I'm not opposed to this. I don't recommend this weapon, but if it's what you have, it's fine. She is a character you are going to want to level. And if you are going to work on her talents, for what it's worth, her burst is the most important one. Her skill is pretty important too, but that's if you're building her for DPS or whatever. Her normals don't matter like that much. Yeah, if it's the best weapon you got, it's not a problem. Just don't rely on your charge attacks too much because it punishes you for doing charge attacks. It doesn't punish you a lot, but it does punish you. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm going in the house. So I can't see. So give me 1 second. Right. So I'm gonna look at the health of your account and make sure I'm not doing it right now. It's just my hand is hitting the controller, so bear with me. I literally can't see. Ooh, scared much. All right. So okay. So what does your account look like? And do you have the means? So we got one level 50, level 50. Is he the carry? He's probably the carry. Attack 408. Bam. No artifacts. Bam. No talents. Talent. No talents. Okay. Any artifact? Anything? I don't know why my phone called the homie. That was weird. Okay. So, yeah, Rust is fine. Need an off-field cryo applicator. Kea or Rosaria. If you do play Diona, it's gonna be a little rough, but me personally, I say Kea or Rosaria. If you have C2 Rosaria. If not, I'll just play Kea. Um, Here's what I want to ask before I give you too much advice on Kali. Who are you gonna be playing the majority of the time? No, I wouldn't do. You could do Chongyun technically, but you're gonna. But when you play Toma, you're gonna want to. You are gonna want to be doing charge attacks at some point. With Toma. Luna. Are you okay? Take your time. Because you're so early in the game, whoever you're gonna invest in is who you're gonna invest in. It's not even my fault. It's the way Genshin set it up. MiHoYo did this. I didn't do this. MiHoYo made this game this way. They made it to where the only way you can comfortably get through the game without trying not make it hard, but you can for the most part be chill in the game is if you pick like 4 characters and you work on only those 4 characters. And typically it's only 2 characters that get all the stuff. Right? So you're at AR35 and you have an already invested character and you're about to switch to another character. So that's gonna hurt you in the long run. So Kali, Sinnoh, and if I get any other 5 stars or Kava or Mika. She has been, huh? At AR35 for like ever. So you're like a casual. So if that's the case, then yeah, it doesn't really matter, right? What I would even say is just replace the main stats if that's the case. Like if you're a casual, like you don't like it doesn't. It's not that serious. Like you just played like I'm playing with friends, type of play. Like once a month, I got to do the domain. I did it and I swear it didn't work. Well, yeah, you're not going to be able to do domains right now because you're hurting your account. That's why. Every time you don't spend resin on a weapon, a character, or talents early game, you're hurting your account. Like if the minute you spend any resin on artifacts, you just wasted resin. This is early game though, because that resin could have made this weapon stronger. It could have made your colleague stronger. It could have made your talent stronger. But now you got to throw away artifacts because they give you artifacts. That's why. And the set bonuses they're not as impactful as they are late game. You know what I mean? So yeah. But it's up to you. I mean, if you want to farm at that point, because I know you play like once a month now, if you want to, you can farm artifacts, but you are going to have a hard time in the long term. But it's going to be a while before you see the long term. You might not even play Genshin anymore by the time you hit AR45, let alone AR50. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, just have fun. But replace this with an attack percent or something. Or replace this with Dendro and then replace this with like crit rate. Like if this is gonna be your end game, like if this is your end say it again? To the day you die. Okay, I don't know. I don't think the game's gonna live that long. You know. But if you are gonna play for a long time, you need to stop farming these and you need to level up your Rust and her and the talents. And then you need to focus on just a handful of characters, one of which needs to be one of which needs to be a healer, really. Like one of these characters that you're working on needs to be a healer. Otherwise, you can just give her an in-game build based on where you're at in the game now, because this is effectively your in-game. Like your in-game is relative to your AR. Right? Like I'm not gonna hit AR60. I'm not gonna hit AR55 because I don't play this game that much. I enjoy the game. I'm not trying to beat the game. I just like the idea of playing the game. Like, oh, okay, cool. If that's the case, then yeah, let's get you a build now. Let's just get you a 4-star build. Because you ain't gonna need the 5-star build because you're not gonna be in 5-star territory. You're not gonna be like AR55 and all that and Abyss and like none of that's gonna matter. Because that's not where you know what I mean. This is making sense, right? Yes, you missed a giveaway. Who in the world is Carrot? Carrot, who are you? I know, I know you, but I have never seen that name. Yeah. So Luna, so what do you want to do? Are you gonna work on these or are you gonna work on artifacts? Because that's where you're at. I say work on getting the character leveled, get the weapon leveled. If you come across like a stringless or something, I would say do a stringless, sackbow, or Favonius, and then level up her skill and her burst. Let me get through the queue first, and then we'll get to you. Because the repeat thing still applies, but yeah, right. Do you have any questions for me, Luna? I'm trying to meet you where you are at. That you are doing what makes you happy, and if you are happy, let's get it cracking where you're at. One, what's one? What's your question? It's off topic, but what party did you use when you did the Ascend 2 domain? I don't know, but I have a feeling it was either Lisa or Ningguang. I feel like it was Lisa. What's going on, Mia? I feel like I did it with Lisa, Barbara, Noelle, and Amber. I think. You AR59 now? Hey, you pushing that line now, bro. You can do them with the Traveler. But the thing is, you need to. Here's what I would do. I would do it with the Wanderer, and I would put Barbara on that team and Noelle. So Noelle's going to keep him from getting knocked all over the place. Barbara's going to keep him alive. You have a sack book. I'll give him a whole bunch of attack, and then maybe put Sucrose on that team just to give him energy. So every time you want to give him a burst, Sucrose is going to be your battery. You just switch to Sucrose, hit her skill on cooldown, and switch back to this guy. And he'll collect energy particles. And now you have a Scaramouche that he should be able to get you through it with no problem. Unless it's like puzzles or something. But Barbara's going to be in there to keep you alive. Noelle's going to be in there to keep you from getting knocked all over the place. Basically, this character right here is Zhongli 1.0 on your account. And she's free. She's right there. She's Zhongli before Zhongli. She is early game Zhongli. But yeah, my whole account was like I got to AR55 off of because I don't think I got Zhongli till AR52. But my whole account was Amber, Barbara, and then my main DPSs were Lisa. So it was either Lisa or Ningguang. Then it was Xiangling or Amber. It was always Barbara. And then it was Noelle or Zhongli. And that was my account. And then my account didn't really start getting crazy until I pulled Ayaka. Because after I put Ayaka, then I was like, something happened. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll do meta. Because I see it coming. So I went meta. Yeah, that's why I'm going for C6. I want C6 so I can heal with Zhongli in co-op. It's like the Sans keeps teasing me almost every time. Give you those two. I know, facts. You envy Barb's? No, Barber is dope. She's free. It's because she's free. Like, you got to use what's in front of you. right? Barbara, for being a character they literally give to you in the mail. Like they literally give you this character in the mail. The value that she gives you based on whatever her cost is borderline irreplaceable. It's like Xiang Ling or something. It's like you literally have a walking hydro applicator that can heal you. Like her heals are so like you'd be surprised. You would totally be surprised by how good this character actually is for how much she costs to get. Oh, she doesn't cost anything? Oh, okay, so it's just a complete net positive. Got it. I didn't know we didn't have to buy Barbara. I'm being facetious right now. But that's what I'm saying. Amazing. Her and Noelle, and then whoever your main DPS is. And then you can just put somebody in the third spot if you want. What is he doing with a misflitter? There we go. So yeah. So I'm assuming we're good. I'm assuming there's no more questions. Who is next online? Her cooldown is super long. Yeah, I mean it's long, but I think there's only like a what's the downtime? Was it 10-second downtime? I don't know what that down was that. 17. So it is a 17-second down. It's 17-second downtime, right? So it's 17-second downtime. Yeah, so it kind of sucks, but I like Barbara because I don't know. I don't know. I just like Barbara. Barbara, she turns you into a hydro applicator. It's like this. Maybe it's because I have Ayaka, but who's the next one? Junkie? What's going on, Junkie? Maybe it's because of this. Okay, probably not the best example. Like, you can just walk up to somebody and freeze them. You don't have to, like, do anything. As long as it doesn't go away. You know what I'm talking about, Soap? Yeah, it went away. There we go. I've been hitting... No, okay, let me vaporize that. Cool. Okay, so when that goes away... Okay, it's not gonna go away. Anyway. Yeah, you could just walk up and freeze people. Like, I don't know, I like Barbara. Does she got a cooldown? Here we go. Alright, so no procs really, right? I can just go boop and he's frozen. That's why I like Barbara personally. Like, I don't have to do anything. You just brush up against them with Ayaka. Fly, position, you just go boop and the enemy's frozen. And you can just do whatever you gotta do. So at that point it's more of a test of how strong your Ayaka is. I mean, that's a niche scenario, but like the same thing applies if you're doing like Al-Haytham. Like, you could just create blooms and groups with Barbara. You don't gotta position and do all that. You just do that and you just play Al-Haytham. And then now you have a healer, you got blooms being created without having to think about it. Like, you don't have to think about it. It's just super casual friendly. You know what I mean? I like Barbara. Yeah, it's like Kuki kinda. It's like Kuki Shinobu with just Hydro. Dea, no, she's not a Pyro Chongyun at all. But Chongyun converts. Where is Junkie? Resin? Okay. Yeah, no, Chongyun converts your attack damage type. No, it's bad in Hyper Bloom, but I mean like in groups and whatnot. Like, if you run like a Kazuha Shogun Hyper Bloom or something, you should be alright. With Barbara at least. I like Barbara. I think Barbara's pretty cool. You wanna do weekly bosses? Let's go. I'm gonna safely assume that this guy is gonna be first. Oh yeah, the raid and beatdown. Yeah. Okay. Chongyun would be good for freeze, bloom. Yeah, he would be, but not with necessarily without Hatham though. Like he'd be better with like a Zing Cho or something. Like if you're running like a Zing Cho freeze bloom type of thing, that'd be really good. Which Zhongli do I got? Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
这就是旅行者平日里的生活吗？感觉又多了解了
Ooh,
一些。
hold on. Is anybody helping somebody with resin? Because we had somebody who needed resin ran, and Miko's on repeat right now. Right? And then we still got, I think, our idea in the chat. I just thought about that. About Dea? No, not yet. Oh, that's Burger? Oh, I know that was you. That's why I was saying, like, I feel like I know you. Yeah, so if possible, well, okay, so I'll do this one really quickly, but then yeah, I'm gonna have to switch out with somebody so I can help idea. Look at Miko cutting in line. Y'all see this? Miko, you cool? You cutting in line? You taking people's spots? I'm at the. Everything okay? Miko, you need somebody to talk to? We gonna talk. I'm gonna talk. I'll make sure you cool. I'll make sure you cool. Hit me! Does not work, cuz. Oh, I should probably do these. Give me that. Thank you. God, this Wi-Fi sucks. Ah! Ha 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 ha! Zhongli cares not. Nah! Got it. You know I never did? I never hit Ayaka's burst when he had a shield up to see how much of his shield she can take off. I think I'm gonna do that right now. Are you gonna teleport? Yep. Where you at? I want to see how this works. Wow. All right. Oh, okay. That happened. Jesus Christ. He's your first level 90? Yeah, dude is lit. Alright, so... Okay, so there's one. There's two. That's who it was, Newts. Was Newts helped? Because Newts needed to do a domain. And now I'm helping Miko. Whew. Swag, 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 swag. Alright. So let me check it. Hold on. Because I don't want Idea waiting too long. Idea is still here. Hold on. I gotta take off because I gotta catch up with these people. So let me help Newts real quick. Because that would be 3. Because that technically that'd be 3, Miko, today. Alright, hold on, brother. Hold on. Where's Newts? Because if nobody's helping Newts, then I do need to help Newts. I just don't know if somebody's actually helping Newts. Nobody's helping Newts. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Where's Bennett? Oh, I got Bennett. Okay. Okay. I'm ready when you are. Yep. I do not have stream. That's okay. That's okay. Hold on. Kind of multitasking. All right, there we go. You said what? Dea is kind of like Bennett in a. Kind of like her skill, and her burst is kind of like his. Favorite animal is a fox. Mine is a wolf, but I have never seen one in real life. Tomum's the first name DPS. I started drawing Minecraft before anime, and we were supposed to do both accounts, and I never trying to do so. No. Uh-oh. Hey, Kinkle or Burger, would one of you guys happen to be free? Please. When you guys happen to be free. Yeah, no, you're good. That was your opinion, but yeah. Yeah, Dea is, I think what happened is we got distracted by that beatdown thing. Yeah. Can you do me a huge favor, Kinkle? So you can pick one. You can either do Miko or Runes. But we kind of have an overlapping scenario right now. If you can. I hate to bug you. No, I know it. No, I know what you're saying. She's been without the heels. Nah, but Dea's just kind of no. She's more like Albedo or something. Like Dea's Dea. I know what you mean. Right? She puts down a circle, whereas she puts down a circle on skill. He puts down a circle on skill. She swings a thing on burst. He swings a thing on. You know what I mean? Like I get what you mean, but like when you get Albedo, if you ever get Albedo, and then when you get Zhongli, and if you know what I mean, or you build Xian, you know what I mean, I'll put it this way: if you like Dea, do you like Dea? Yeah, let me start there. Do you like Dea? Because I have some real advice for you. If you like Dea, do not, and you probably think I'm lying to you right now, do not build another great pyro character. Do not make any other pyro characters great, because this has been a thing since Dea came out. You're going to be fighting, you're going to be trying to make Dea, your Dea is going to be competing with these pyro characters, and you're going to be telling yourself and a placebo effect is going to happen. And the minute that placebo, because MiHoYo hit it really well, but it's taking stat sheets and stat charts and timers to prove that this character is like not as good, because they hid how good she was. So you'll see a 20k and be like, this is amazing. But that's the trick. So she looks, you might think it's man, she's a cluster, bro. Dea's a liar. So I was starting to kind of like her. Imagine I built the greatest Dea somehow against all that. Well, you're going against whales. I'm talking like whales. Here's the bet. Here's. Okay, so I don't have this Shogun, okay, but this Shogun, whales have this Shogun on their like free to play accounts, right? Like they just do resin refreshes all day. They don't get constellations over there. I'm talking about those guys, right? A C6 Dea kills the what's that thing called? The Primo Geo Vishap. C6R5 Dea is as fast as a C0 Shogun with a catch. With the same like artifacts, them 30 crit damage artifacts and all that, like the Shogun C0 with a catch is the same speed as a C6R5 Dea. But I promise you without a shadow of a doubt, bro, because of the numbers that you see Dea putting out, it hides the fact that she is what she is. So that's why I'm giving you this advice, because I have been having this conversation since Dea came out, and I'm getting more. Every time I talk about her, I get more bitter and bitter about her. So if you like her, just enjoy Dea for what she is. Which I'm assuming you are. I know you're that type of person, so I don't even know why I'm having this talk with you. You know what I mean? But yeah. Like I know you ain't even tripping. Like your account is swaggy. Woo! Ooh, look at that Ayato. No, I'll take that back. Not C6R5. What am I talking about? C6R5 is not. She is way stronger than a Shogun. But she is. Yeah, nah, bro. It's just different. But enjoy the character. Like, just enjoy it. That's the best advice. That's all I can tell you. Like, just enjoy it. Leave it there. That groan was 5 seconds. Yeah, man. That character is something else, bro. That one here's you wanna know why? So that character by herself has been the most toxic thing in my she has been the most toxic thing in my life as far as doing precision is concerned. The character. Not even the people. The character has introduced more toxicity in my life than I care to deal with, bro. And it's because MiHoYo knows how to they hid her DPS. So it looks good. But like I said, it's taking stats and charts and timers, and when you actually weigh it against stuff, like that's when you see what she actually is. But that one character, the character brought more toxic. Man, ooh man, the character. So that's why I'm saying, if you like the character, just don't compare her to anybody else. So when you said she's like Bennett, I'm like, ooh, please don't. Like no, don't. Dea is Dea. Just leave her leave her over there. She is Dea, and we just gonna leave it there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just she's there. You know what I mean? But for what it's worth, she has been a hot button topic though. But we do got Baizu coming out. Baizu's gonna be a thing. Well, hopefully he'll be a thing. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm sure she's like super fun. Like she's super fun, you know. But but the line but the line be getting blurred between like fun and function and blah blah blah. So it's like just that's why it's like like I'm at the point where it's like if you like her, just keep her like where she's at. Just but perceive her where she's at though. Like let's not. I'm talking to Soap on this one by the way. Like Soap, just she's where she's at. She ain't like Bennett. She's not. She's not a healer. She's not a. She is who she is. She doesn't have damage output like D-Luke. Her damage output is not like she's not that. You don't compare her to Noelle. Don't compare her to. Just don't do it. Just her DPS output is her DPS output, and her tanking is her tanking, and her all that. She is that. Talking about I hate them? Nah. No, I hate them is I hate. I hate them. Actually had a positive impact on at least my community. No, I wasn't stretching. I was thinking about Dea. That was that. You know what I mean? That was that moan. That moan was me thinking about Dea. Dea by herself. I swear to God, it's not the people, bro. I'll talk to Kinko about this. I'll talk to my leadership about this. I said the character. I cannot stand the character. I don't care about the people. The character introduced more toxicity in my life than I care to deal with. It's the character, cause the character's cap. Like if you hit 20K 5 times, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're seeing all these 20Ks, you could swear with every ounce of your body that that's some great DPS, right? But then when you really take a step back and you look at it, if I put an EM Shogun on and I do this with 5 blooms, I just did Dea's whole burst in 1 skill cast. I just did 100K hitting my skill. But that's the cap man, I'm telling you, bro. That's what I'm saying. Just she is what she is. You know what I mean? She is what she. Just enjoy her though. She is fun though. She's fun. But you just have to enjoy her for her gameplay. Enjoy her for her gameplay. So if you got her, bro, congratulations. Like I kid you not, I was thinking about pulling her. I'm still to this day thinking about it. But it's like I don't want to. It's like you know, it's whatever. You know what I mean? But she's fun though. You said what? Does it get the job done? Lost. I don't want to get into that. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not her. It's just she happens to be there. Right? We had this talk with Ace way earlier in the stream. Right? And it was about something about Yelan making Yelan good or something. And it's like, I'm just repeating what he said. He said, yeah, man, Day is amazing because it allows me to put my Xiangling on the other side. And it's like, wait a minute. So what you're saying is if Xiangling existed twice, you would use her instead? So Xiangling's so what you're saying is Xiangling's better. That's what you're really saying. You know what I mean? And it's like that's the you gotta dig, bro, because the copium is real. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you think I'm lying, Lost? You was here for it, wasn't you? Me and Ace had that back and forth, and it's like I told you. I was like, so what you saying is? So what you really saying is? so what you trying to say? You know, but just enjoy the character for what she is. What's up, Jalen? What's up, Trip? How y'all doing? Yeah, but just enjoy the character for what she is. Her split scaling is whole. No. It's no. I'm not finna call her trash or none of that. I'm not doing that no more. What it is she just. That's what I'm saying. So for you, Soap, if you like her, just use her. But just know that she needs to be carried. Like she needs to be carried. No, I did her wrong. No, I've accepted it at this point, right? But just know, but somebody else is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and it's gonna look like she's doing it, but she's not. But that's okay because her gameplay is fun. And if you have a situation, it's kind of think about it like this. This is the best way I could put it, right? You know how I use Rosaria National, right? National is carrying Rosaria. Now, for what it's worth, I can say National's carrying Rosaria. The problem is, when it comes to Dea, they hide her DPS so well that people say Daya's contributing when she's not. That's the problem, right? But if you can have a carrying scenario and have her in there, you're going to have a lot of fun. Enjoy it for that. Just have fun with the character, and you can get the job done. You lost it to a D-Luke. D-Luke technically is stronger, but it's good. Yeah, no, I mean but that's what I'm saying. Like she's not. She's not. Oh, sorry, because I'm talking out of resin. Oh, sorry. Runes this. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. So, you know, like if you want, I can tell you this. If you want Dea, pull Dea. You're not losing anything unless you want to pull like Sinnoh or Baizu or something like that. See the damage stats that you say what now? I didn't know if it was the stats from the vibro crystals, if it was something else that calls off a vape on my D-Luke. You hit 46. Yeah, that's how much they vape for. So Yelan hits like 40 something K typically on a skill. You can vape for 100K with Yelan. And then D-Luke, he can hit up to 20K on a skill, so you can vape for 40K off of D-Luke. Like those are really my D-Luke can vape for 20K. And that's without a Wolf's Gravestone. Like this guy, I can vape for 20K with this thing. But this once again, this is with not like a built D-Luke. This is like without Crimson. Like I'm not using a real good D-Luke. It's not like I'm using my Ayaka level of an investment and I'm hitting 40K. 40K is easy with D-Luke. He's C1. Am I still helping? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like D-Luke, he can vape pretty hard, yeah. How's Miko holding up, by the way? And yes, I'm still helping. Is Miko good? Okay. Make sure Miko's good, because she did have 2 accounts she was supposed to do. I'm assuming Malika is taking care of that. Malika is taking care of that. Okay. Thank you so much, Malik. I got you, bro. Idea! What's going on? Crit damage circlet? Thank God. Thank God. Hey, I'm glad that new person came in the stream earlier, though. Like, we had a brand new person here, and they were asking about Dendro. It felt good breaking Dendro down. Like, breaking it down. Like, it really is easy. Like, Dendro's a really easy... It is an easy element. That element is so free. Like, it is so free. You just do an EM dump on an Electro character or a Pyro character, and then run a Hydro and a Dendro character, and you're done. You kind of done with that Crimson domain? I bet you happy. That domain is... Yeah. To get those artifacts. You know, for what it's worth, you're probably not going to be done anytime soon, believe it or not. I don't know if Idea's here. Idea, are you here? Idea? He sounds like he's dying worse in Korean. Uh-oh. Gracie, I have not seen you in forever. Well, yeah, it doesn't work with those elements. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. I was hoping it would work with Geo, of all things. I was hoping Dendro would be for Geo what like Pyro is for Hydro, or vice versa, or what Animo is for the other 4, because Geo and Animo don't have any way to really buff those. So, you know, like just a generalized buff. You know how you can swirl Electro, Pyro, and all that? You can swirl those. I was hoping Dendro would be that. Like you could swirl Geo now, and you could swirl Animo. I was hoping it would be something like that, but it's not. Because that would be a nice buff to who is it? Zhao, Scaramouche, and all that. 4 to 7K. That sounds about right. You still need help? Oh, yes, you do. I am super slow. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I gotta play catch up now. Thank you, Junkie. All right, so it's gonna be. So I'm gonna help Junkie. All right. Idea left. Right after that, Q. Please. The minute I'm done with this, say my turn. What's going on, Pez? Long time no see. All right, so we're doing. So we did Scaramouche, right? No, that was with Miko. And you said, but you said we're doing weekly bosses. All right, so who are we doing? I'm gonna pop a shield. I'm gonna kill this thing. Oh, we're doing this gentleman. All right. I mean, I can get a different character. Swirl aggravate team idea. Bro, you better not tell me an idea that I've been telling y'all about for the longest time. You know how long I've been wanting to see Zhao on like a regular team? Like put the VV set on him and do reactions. I've been wanting to see that forever. That dude. This woman is entirely too strong. I cannot wait until they remake the Abyss for her. Please, make Ningguang relevant again. My Ningguang has been bored. She's been sitting in the background for too long. With a K-pop agenda? Oh yeah, you're the K-pop. Hey, who's a K-pop hater? What happened to K-pop hater? #1 K-pop hater. That name kills me. One more run should do it. Okay. Rebuild Zhao? Yeah. Zhao's a tough one. Well, to keep up with the current, he's tough to keep up. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of K-pop, but I don't knock people who like K-pop. I see K-pop like electronic country. Like I'm not a huge fan of country. But it's not like I hate like country needs to be deleted. You know what I mean? If it was up to me, I almost feel like this is gonna be a controversial hot take. I almost feel like rap needs to kind of go away. Not rap, but like nonsense rap. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm assuming we're doing a wolf boss. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna murder this, I'm gonna shoot that, I'm gonna steal this, life is hard, drugs, blah blah blah. Like all that, like I feel like all that we can take a break from that now. Like we don't need all that no more. Like it was fine, cool, I get it, life is hard, blah blah blah, hustler, I get it. But we don't have to do that no more. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just me. I like rap, but we can chill on it though. From the emblem domain, bro, you don't know how much I was in that emblem. What's going on, Ronald? How you doing, cuz? Yeah, you don't know how much I was in that domain though. I was in that emblem domain more than I would care to admit. Like for real, for real. I was in that domain so much. I have 5 emblem sets. That's why I have probably more than that. That's why I have so many good. That's why I got the good artifacts, or the artifacts I have. Tupac and Coolio. Yeah, I mean, we just, I don't know if we need more rap. Like, do we got enough rap at this? I'm not saying knock the hustle. I'm just saying I don't know if we need more rap. Like we have all the rap at this point. I think what it is, you know what it is? I'm tired of feeling like I need to take a shower mentally after listening to a rap song, bro. Like because I'm a producer, okay? I've been producing music for almost 20 years now. Well, really now think about it, I've been producing music for 25 years. At some point, at what point do we not... At what point do we just say, okay, I'm not finna. I was really trying to stop the homie. But at what point do we say, okay, maybe this is a little, maybe I am saying something. Maybe I am kind of making, you know what I mean? Yay. It's the thing that not like it but hate it. Hey, some people just hate certain styles of music. You know what I mean? I've been listening to a lot of XXXTentacion lately, but even some of his music, I'm kind of like, that's a little too much for me. Like, I get the Eminem angle that he's taken. I get the Eminem angle, but it's all right, man. Like, we had Eminem, but X is so clean. No, that dude is so lit. That dude is so ill on his microphone, and he's a good person. He just had a very interesting life. I don't know. I don't know. X went. He did go too early though. Like after getting into XXXTentacion a little bit more, like he did go like way too fast. He went way too early. Country's worst music. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I don't know how good or bad country. All I know is it's twangy. I know bluegrass is cool. I don't mind listening to bluegrass, but country kind of is a little too. Or don't or something. It's something about it. I can't really jive with it too much. Yeah, bluegrass. I could do bluegrass. Country, I don't know about country. Country is this down there and my wife did things with my best friend and oh I love her my life and it's like all right man. But I mean different people have different tastes. Some people like rock music. You know what? When I was growing up, it was almost impossible to like rock and rap at the same time. Imagine that. Back in the 90s, you could not like rap and rock at the same time. But that's because they were so different. Like, I'm talking about the black community. Like, we could argue, what was it? What's his name? We could argue, what's it called? Run DMC? But that was more like opening up opportunities because they broke through the mainstream, blah, blah, blah. But wasn't nobody listening to rap really listening to like Pink Floyd. Like, that was not a thing. Like if you listen to rap, you listen to rap. If anything, if you listen to rap, you listen to R&B, and that's about where that is, right? Back then. Now you can't listen to rap without liking rock. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can only speak for the black people I know. You know, the black people I know. Yeah, it's like why you listening to rock? Like why you? They used to get teased. Like you old Marilyn Manson, such and such. Like they used to get teased back then. Like unfair. Like it was kind of unfair. You know what I mean? But it was just because we didn't appreciate it for what it was. So that's who you're No, I didn't see him. Hold on, I'm gonna check him out in a sec. Once a month. No worries. No worries. Good to know you exist, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Oakland, so that's why I'm like, I don't know. At least, okay, I'll put it this way. In California, Northern California, that was the way it was. Like, you wasn't just black listening to rock in Northern California. That much, I could say that. Like, I had my homie on the mic earlier today. He'll tell you. Matter of fact, there's two people. Matter of fact, one of them listens to rock. And the music that we're working on has a lot of rock influence, and he'll tell you he got teased growing up for being into rock music. Like, it was a thing. At least in California, it was a thing. I don't know how it was everywhere else, but I know in California with black people, and, like, you would hear subtleties on, like, BET and whatnot, where it's like, yeah, nah, it's hip-hop all day. Hip-hop, R&B, hip-hop, R&B. You can get away with neo soul. You know, something about Mona. What's going on? You lived in Houston? Yeah, maybe in Houston. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's a little more. Maybe it was a little more of a thing in the South. Maybe I could see that. Like I got a friend. His dad was a black rock music, not a rock musician, but like a country musician back in the day. But I feel like it was a little more open. You know, the closer you get to more like the middle of America. But I know on the West Coast it was the West Coast and the East Coast. It was definitely like, you know, it raised an eyebrow. They wouldn't judge you, but they would raise an eyebrow. Like, you like Marilyn Manson? Like, for real? Yeah. Like, huh? Okay. There were rock songs that I did like. It just wasn't like I wasn't into it like that. I'm looking for it. So she is C4. Who's C4? Noblesse on Mona. On a full Noblesse build, what would Mona hit with a Hydro Damage Goblet on full Noblesse? If she's fully built, you're either way you cut it, you're looking at like 60 to 80k, but typically 60 is where you're going no matter what build you put on Mona. Whether it's Emblem, 2-piece Noblesse, you know what I mean, or 4-piece Noblesse. Like regardless of how you cut that cloth, like you're typically looking around 60 to 80k, but it depends on your crit. Okay, for sure. So a good way to eyeball how much damage you're gonna hit for is for every, how does it work? For every 200% of your burst should be about 10 to 15,000 damage. For every 200%, right? So if you have a burst that hits for, I'll just give you an example. So if you have a burst that hits for 800%, that should be like 15 times 4, right? For all intents and purposes. And then you got the Omen buff and all that jazz, right? So you have the 800%. That's gonna give you roughly what 60,000 if you're 15k per 200, and then you tack on the extra, and now you're looking at around 80k post Omen. You know what I mean? So, but it depends on like your crit damage and all that jazz. Like, yeah. So that's, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, let me just make sure everybody's good. So we got Junkie, and I still need to do Q, right? So Q, where you at? You still a rock guy? Be a rock guy. We have a spot called Good Music, right? I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm an ex DJ. I'm still technically a DJ, right? I'm gonna tell you right now. If you like a song, post it in the Good Music. If you think the song is good, post it. You have no idea what songs people like. Yeah, no problem, Miko. I do need your UID one more time. Like Burger came in one day and was like, I'm gonna post this music, but it's random. I'm like, do you like the music though? He's like, I really like the music. I'm like, put it under Good Music. Sure enough, he put it in there, and somebody else liked the music. It was this weird K-poppy hyper. What do they call it? Happy hardcore or something? It was one of them like anime game fast upbeat beats. One of them. If you think it's good, it's good. All right, I'm pulling you right now. So am I reviewing or am I joining you, Q? 644. Oh, King was taking off. Oh, what did he say? Okay, no worries, man. Let me see. 071475. 07. Got it. Whoa. I'm assuming I'm joining you. Is that right? Join? Okay. Let's do it. Long time no see, Q. Man, how has life been treating you, cuz? Well, I see what we're doing. Hello. You got Bennett, so I will get not you. I will get you. With the serpent, I got you. All right, so you got Bennett. I don't know how you're. I'll get Zhongli. Just to be on the safe side, because I don't know. I don't know what your ER is. The I'm hungry. Wait, the description in the pro say what now? I'm hungry. Nice. All right, no worries, brother. Yeah, take it easy, brother. Hopefully, yeah, Bloodborne is to treat you good, man. Oh my God, what is this? This is level 91, huh? Li Ling. Steve! Oh, I should have waited. They overcompressed his voice for that dramatic effect. Enjoy a shield, good sir. Alright, so I want to show you something, Mr. Scaramouche. We're going to not have this on, but rather this. Yep. And I'm going to give you the effects of not ever having to worry about getting knocked out the air. It's quite amazing. How does Scaramouche work? You're still trying to figure it out? You just hit your skill and spam normals. You can either spam normals or spam charge attack. It's up to you. Typically, by the time you get to the end of the build, you're going to be spamming charge attacks. But that's Scaramouche. And then you hit your burst whenever you get it. Now, if you start swirling certain elements, you get certain buffs depending on the element you swirl. Right? Like if you swirl Pyro, then you get an attack buff. If you swirl Cryo, you get a crit rate buff. I forgot what Hydra is, but like you get buffs depending on. All right, so I have to spend resin. But yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, his skill gives you a damage bonus. Yeah, it'll show. So, it should show under his skill, I want to say. So, okay, maybe not. But it's not, here it goes. So it's a passive, yeah. Yeah, so Hydro is, oh, so it gives him more of that stamina stuff, or whatever it's called. And then Electro obviously gives you energy, stuff like that. So yeah, that's if you swirl elements with him. But the way you play him is pretty straightforward. You hit your skill and then you just spam normals, or you hit your skill and then you just spam charge attacks, and you don't have to jump cancel or nothing. But he's gonna be airborne the whole time, and he auto targets and blah blah blah. But he's pretty strong, and because he scales with crit as far as his build is concerned, you want to prioritize crit rate on 4 of the run a crit. Just prioritize crit rate substats. That way you can run a crit damage circlet. And I highly recommend the new set. That new set is really good on him. Really good. Like really good. You know what I mean? So yeah. I will give y'all some ASMR with fruit snacks, but we gonna be chilling. What's up, Heena Bean? Dog, monkey dog. I'm about to have a cigarette. Don't smoke, kids. Don't smoke. Do as I say, not as I do. God,